All right, guys. I felt like a lot of trainers, and there was something I found out. Potentially, I don't want to mention it, but a lot of you guys are watching my videos, and I have to say that, yeah, these games and really any of the Pokemon games have been incredible. They're some of the best video games. Out there, guys. But I just wanted to show off a couple things. I'm not going to be mentioning some things just for the sake of keeping things somewhat secret. But anyway, guys, I'm on the Pokemon database. You have to type in Pokemon database. It's up at the top right by the Caesar. And you're going to have to type in Pokemon database and then the version you're playing, either Soul Silver or Heart Gold. I'm actually playing Soul Silver. And then you want to go down to this first icon button here, Heart Gold and Soul Silver Pokedex. And guys, I really haven't been talking about, or I have not been talking about just... I'm not going to be mentioning some things that I did find out, but I just want to say that there are going to be a couple things I mention. One of them will be actually Crobat. Yes, so like I said, Crobat learns Cross Poison with a heart scale in Blackthorn City. But what I wanted to mention was some of the actual grass types, besides maybe Victory Bell, that's a Kanto original. You have Jumpluff. If you look at Jumpluff, it's actually an interesting typing. It's a grass flying type. It really suffers from some attack and special attack. It's actually probably wise because of the typing, but anyway, I'm going to head back, and the main Pokemon I wanted to mention was Bellossom and Vileplume. Actually, guys, Gloom is, if you click on Vileplume, I'm just going to show off these Pokemon here. First off, the ability. Chlorophyll doubles the ability bearer's speed during bright sunshine. So I will be showing in the next video where to get Sunny Day. And actually, Vileplume makes up for the speed with Sunny Day. And it's got some of the best special attack in the game with moves that like Sludge Bomb or... even Giga Drain from Erica and Kanto. And yeah, that speed will double. So it's going to have like almost 100 speed. You got to remember that speed only increases 1.5 times. So not quite 100, but on par with maybe a Dragonite speed. Anyway, guys, so yeah, Oddish evolves into Gloom at level 21. But then there's some tricky things here. You need a Sunstone for Bellossom, and you need a Leaf Stone for Vileplume. If you just click on Bellossom, the Bellossom also has the Chlorophyll. And this Pokemon is slow, but Sunny Day Solar Beam can be a great combo. But yeah, this Bellossom has some really good defenses and special attack. Out of the two of them, though, I would actually prefer probably Vileplume with the really good special attack. But guys, don't worry about the total stats. You will be getting EVs, and... really, all you need is a really good special attacker, and just look at how cool this Pokemon looks. I'm not saying you have to go with these Pokemon, but they can be options. And what they're not going to show you in the database actually is where to get the Leafstone or Sunstone. I will tell you guys that the Sunstone is in the national park north of. It's actually north of Goldenrod, and you're gonna have to complete several bug catching contests. And the Leafstone is actually it's actually south of Brock's Gym in Pewter City. It's gonna be in the main forest in Kanto, and that forest is like the first route in the game. Actually, it's gonna be right before Viridian City. If you just go north of Viridian City and you go into the main bug route for the forests, you'll be able to find a Leafstone. That's probably the easiest way to get a Leafstone in the game. However, you'll have to wait all the way until Brock's Gym, which is... It's the first gym, but you can't get to Brock for quite a while in Kanto. But if you want to get the Sunstone from the national park, the Leafstone might even be available. But yeah, Vileplume and Bellossom are decent Pokemon, but you know, guys, you have to remember that the best grass type in the game is going to be Meganium. So if you just look at Meganium's stats, it has amazing defenses, and it actually does not have bad attack or special attack. It's probably because sometimes they make some of the Pokemon, especially the starters, pretty strong. And the starters will probably be your best option regardless of stats. And no, that does not piss me off. I'm just trying to help you guys kind of see how the game is played with some passion with the stats even, if you know what I mean. And guys, yeah, I'm not going to be showing where to get all the evolutionary stones. There's actually a couple events that will benefit you guys. And I'm not going to keep this video any longer than about 12 minutes. But I actually found something out maybe about just some events that no one really knows about. But I'm not going to be talking about them. That's really maybe for a different day, or potentially for, you know, just maybe the founders of Pokemon. But if you click on Togekick one more time, this Pokemon actually requires the Shiny Stone. But yes, you can get a Shiny Stone, and you can get a Togekiss. And if you click on Togekiss, it evolves to a Shiny Stone. And if you back up, Togepi to Togekick evolves with High Friendship. And I showed you guys how to get High Friendship on your Pokemon. And you can get a Shiny Stone actually before Red and post-game Elite Four. And Togekiss is probably a rare and super cool-looking Pokemon. It's actually not going to be a Fairy Flying type. They did not introduce Fairy types until I think some of the later games like Gen 6. But guys, it's actually going to be a normal Flying type. This is a great option overall with the right moves on it. And then, I guess the main thing is, if you're going to go with a grass type, probably go with Meganium from the start of the game. Although there's still some great grass types options, or there's still some great options for grass types. And I will mention that just some things here, guys. A final note here. Like I said, yeah, Arcanine is going to be Heart Gold exclusive. But yeah, you have things like Primeape. Of course, Machamp is probably the best fighting type in the game, but you have to trade evolve him. Miltank and Tauros are pure normal types. But really, guys, if you're going to go for with a normal type, I would almost recommend the normal type that you get in Kanto. I would probably recommend Snorlax. But Miltank can be a great option. Snorlax is going to be up here. Snorlax is right here. If you click on Snorlax, it either has immunity or thick fat. Thick fat will make the Pokemon heat or ice proof. And if you look at Snorlax, it's got some of the best special defense and attack in the game, with actually really high, probably the highest HP in the game besides legendaries. Like I said, the two Johto fossils are almost starting Kabutops. And I might extend this just a bit more to talk a bit more. You will be getting the Kanto starters and even the Hoenn starters. And yes, of course, you will be getting the dogs and the famous dogs and the famous birds. Just look at how cool their colors are. But yeah, guys, of course, this down here is some of the best Pokemon in the games. They're always going to be at the bottom, but if you guys don't want to go with legendaries, I would say other options. I would say that Blissey is probably the rarest Pokemon in the game, with only a 1% chance of potentially finding a Chansey. Guys, you can get a Sneasel to Weavile, but I think it's a trade evolve, actually. Or no, it's actually a Razor Claw at night. So you have a Dark Ice Cut type into Weavile. I'll just show what Weavile looks like. Yeah, you just need the Razor Claw. The Razor Claw is it's gonna be in Kanto eventually. And Weavile has some of the best attack and speed in the game. However, it will not know the best move it can learn, Ice Punch. They probably want that to stick with Sinnoh, but I'll just mention quickly, we're going to sum this video up in about 2 minutes now. Pokemon I would recommend are Houndoom for sure. I would recommend Honchkrow with the Dusk Stone, and the Dusk Stone is actually going to be, it's either going to be in Mewtwo's Cave or at Mount Silver. But yeah, then you can get a Honchkrow. This Pokemon is super good in terms of attacking and HP and special attack even. So I would recommend, at least my personal favorites, go with whoever you guys want, but I like Houndoom, Honchkrow, Donphan for Heart Gold, Mamoswine is a great Pokemon. Of course, Umbreon and Espeon, even some of the Kanto evolutions, and of course, Lantern is a great option. I would say Jinx is not bad either. Obviously, Miltank and Snorlax are some of the best normal types in the game. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, I think, are post-game to get a Tyrogue. But that's for another day. There's actually a lot of Johto Pokemon. I'd say Primeape is a good option, and I did mention that, yes, Growlithe to Arcanine will require a Firestone, and will be in Heart Gold only. That goes with Vulpix to Ninetales. I actually prefer Arcanine over Ninetales, but Ninetales can be super cool looking in your party. Just a laugh there, guys. But and then of course you have Pinsir Heracross. You can get a Scyther. But yeah, they do not want you guys to, it's just, you gotta spend some time to maybe figure out how to find these Pokemon. Of course, Magikarp or Gyarados is one of my favorites. Steelix is a great option. Quagsire and Pharaohs. Sandslash and even Marowak, I mentioned. Togekick to Togekiss. Crobat is a personal favorite. And yeah, Raichu can even be potentially good with a Thunderstone from a Pikachu. And yeah, I will just say one thing. Pidgeot looks super cool. If you get a fully evolved Pidgeot, it's one of the coolest looking Pokemon to walk around with, based on its head and its feather on top of its head. But yeah, guys, it's like a really cool orange, red, and yellow. But and then of course you have the starters. So anyway, guys, the next video will be coming out shortly. Thank you so much.